Hey everyone, it's Allie and welcome to Thriftmas, and today I am so excited to talk to you about my 2024 goals and how I will be sourcing in the new year. Alright, so before we really get into it, I just wanted to say that I just filmed like a 40-minute video that hopefully I can cut down a little bit on my other channel, Cozies and Classics, which is like my bookish lifestyle channel. But in that video, I talked about like all my personal goals, so I'm not gonna repeat that for this, but I would recommend checking that video out if you are interested in like my spiritual, fitness, hobby, whatever goals. But yeah, in this video, we are gonna be talking about this channel as well as my thrifting goals, how I'm gonna be sourcing, and my goals for my Poshmark business. Okay, so first up, let's talk about this channel, Columbus Cozies. It's crazy that I have been on this channel for 4 years. I feel like it was not that long ago that I started it. I'm sure a lot of you guys agree that just as you get older, time goes faster. And I am so proud of myself, honestly, for sticking with this, because it's kind of funny. When I first started YouTube and I had like 30 subscribers like 6 months in, I found this group of like 15 girls that like we just found each other on Instagram, and we had started YouTube at about the same time. We all were struggling with YouTube. We were struggling to get even our first 100 subscribers. So we just had like a group chat that we would talk to each other and we would subscribe to each other and just kind of support each other with comments and things like that. And I think aside from me, there's maybe one other person that still creates content. And who knows why all these people left, but I've said it before in a different video about should you start a YouTube reselling channel. You really have to like creating, like filming, like editing, like the whole process if you have any hope of sticking with YouTube. Some people are very fortunate and they blow up very quickly, they become monetized within a year and they make good money and whatever, and of course that's very motivating. But for the vast majority of people on YouTube, the growth is extremely slow and you just can't really be in it for the money. But all that to say, I am proud of myself that I've stuck with this. I really don't have any massive goals of like being a full-time YouTuber and making 6 figures from YouTube, whatever. I feel like I would honestly be stressed out if I had more than like 100,000 subscribers, which probably will never happen on this channel anyway, so I don't need to worry about that. But really my goal with all the different things that I do is just to basically match what I made when I was working full-time in counseling and ministry, which is not that much. It's not that hard to match. But anyway, man, I'm already going off on the tangents. Not good. That's what happens when I film another video before, because I've really like eased into the filming. But this is a lofty goal and it's a general goal because I can't really do anything about it. But I would love to reach 10,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of 2024. As of now, I haven't even yet hit 5,000 subscribers, so it'd be like a little bit more than doubling. But on YouTube, the growth can be really weird. Like you can get surges all of a sudden. So I think, especially if I stick to another one of my goals, I think there actually is a possibility that I could get 10,000 subscribers. But again, it's a loose goal because of course I can stick to my schedules, I can be consistent, things like that. But at the end of the day, I can't force anybody to subscribe to my channel. But what I can do is post consistently. And right now I'm saying 2 videos a week. I'm also going to be posting 2 videos a week on my other channel, Cozies and Classics. There are some big changes that might be coming at certain points in this year, which will kind of take priority. So I might have to go down to 1 video a week at that time. But for now, I feel very comfortable with the fact that I can put out 2 videos a week. So those will be 2 long form videos, like normal videos like this. But I also do want to be posting at least 1 short a week. They're really not hard to put together. I feel like every time I make a short, it takes me like 20 minutes tops, and that's like if it's a pretty detailed one. So even though that's not the kind of content that I enjoy watching, I just really need to be better about putting out, at least 1 video a week. When it comes to my Poshmark business, I'm giving myself a very doable goal. I want to be posting 25 new items a week. I'll probably just do 5 every day, Monday to Friday, and then I will not post anything on Saturday and Sunday. I talked about it in my other video, but what I'm really going to be focusing on is separating what I do to different days of the week, because since I do a lot of different things that don't necessarily go together, my brain can very easily be overwhelmed, or I put too much time into one thing when I really want to be splitting my time a lot more evenly. So I'm actually only giving myself one day to do Poshmark reselling things. Of course, I will ship on other days as well, but Mondays are going to be my day where I go thrifting, I draft all my items for the week, I tidy my office, I do just kind of like all the Poshmark things on Monday. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be my YouTube days where I film and edit on those days. And then Wednesday and Friday, I will be writing as well as doing some nonprofit work. So I think that's just gonna be a lot better for my brain, and I will probably actually be a lot more productive because I know I only have that much time to get things done. So yeah, I'm gonna be listing 25 new items a week. And again, this isn't necessarily something that I have a lot of control over, but I will do my best by being consistent to reach this goal. I'd love to be averaging $2,500 gross profit by the last quarter of 2024. Right now, my sales are actually really bad. I don't know if it's just the holiday season. I also just got off of the promoted closet from Poshmark, and yeah, I think that's tanked my sales because a lot of other people said doing that tanked their sales. But like over the summer, I was averaging about $2,000 a month. So I really do think if I'm consistent and hopefully just the sales will pick up for everyone next year, I think I can realistically be averaging about $2,500 gross profit every month. When it comes to sourcing, since just people in general don't have as much money, they're not as willing to spend as much money on Poshmark and other platforms, I'm sure, especially because the shipping rates have gone up. More than ever, I am going to be focusing on having a lower cost of goods, about $5 or less. So I really will be sourcing similarly to how I have been this year, getting the big ThredUp bulk boxes where the cost of goods is super low. Also going to the bins, I should go more. There's one literally within half an hour of my house, but it's like not in the best area. I don't necessarily get a lot of enjoyment going through the bins. It's definitely not my favorite way to source, but of course the items are very cheap, so I need to be doing that probably about once a month, I'm thinking. And then when I'm shopping at my favorite local thrift store and my Goodwills, really focusing on the items that are on sale and making sure that the average cost of goods is about $5 or less. And I've talked about it in some of my last videos where I opened men's boxes from different companies, but I really do want to increase my men's items in my closets because I have found that they are selling very well for me. A lot of times they sell for very nearly full price. I'm not sure why that is. I don't know why guys are like willing to spend more, but that's just been my experience. My goal is to have 500 men's items in my closet by the end of 2024. And then going forward, just really focusing on honestly more of a 50-50 split. I also want to be much better about picking up the brands that actually are selling well for me. I recently put out a video where I talked about my top 10 selling brands of 2023, and I also shared some of your top selling brands from the year as well. So if you didn't see that video, I would highly recommend checking it out because there were for sure some brands that were kind of common across all of us, and so I am going to be looking out for them more in the new year. So yeah, focusing on certain brands, but in general, I'm going to be focusing more on picking up good quality, mature brands because yeah, more mature women, more mature men, they have a little bit more money in their pocket than the teeny boppers, so it just makes more sense that those are gonna be better price sales. I also thought it would be fun to kind of talk about my big goals for like the next 5+ years. I did ask you guys your long-term goals a few weeks ago, I think now, and I love asking your opinion on these things in my community tab because I just think it's so interesting for me to see what you guys are saying and for you to see what each other are saying. But it was really cool to see that everybody had such different goals. Like some people, they want a big warehouse ideally with like thousands of items in it. But more commonly the thought was, and this is in line with my own thought, that you just want to be like more intelligent with your Poshmark closet. I think many of you who watch me, many people who sell on Poshmark in general, do it part-time. So really it's just working smarter, picking up better quality items, focusing on getting better costs of goods, things like that. So that's what I'm working on. I really would love to keep my closet to about 1,000 items or less and just have every single one of those items be really solid, an item that I'm really proud to put out there. And right now I'm not uber concerned about my average sale price, but maybe by the end of 2024 and 2025 in the future, I'm gonna be focusing more on picking up items that I feel like I could get at least $30 for. Another goal that I have that I know is probably not gonna happen next year, but maybe in 2025, I would actually love to have an antique booth. I really love finding vintage items, but I don't really like to sell them on Poshmark because I don't want to worry about storing them and shipping them and all of that. But if I had an antique booth, I could really make it really cute, curated. So that's absolutely a big goal of mine. And then when it comes to this channel, I would love to have 20,000 subscribers on here by 2026. Who knows if that would ever happen, but I think that would be really cool. And that's kind of the number that you start getting more sponsorships, which is really like how you can actually make a livable wage from YouTube. So if you're not subscribed yet, I would really appreciate you subscribing and helping me get a little bit closer to that goal. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what your goals are for 2024 for your reselling business if you have one, or just feel free to share any goals you have in general. And as I said, if you want to hear more about other goals for other areas of my life, I will go ahead and link my other video from Cozies and Classics down below. But if you like this video, please make sure to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe. It really does help my channel out a lot. But thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!